here we can see the main four components of the computer. So if you walk with me here, we see the system unit. I call it the CPU because inside you find components such as the motherboard, the RAM, hard drive. Also, the central processing unit is like the brain of the computer. All processing goes through here before you can see it on the computer. Actually, it's a system unit, as I've said. However, others will decide to call it a CPU, but note that a CPU is a small component found inside this case called the system unit. Alright, so here we also have the monitor. This monitor allows you to see what you're doing on the computer. And then we have the keyboard. A keyboard is an input device that helps you to give instruction to the computer. On the keyboard, if we move together, we have this part, which consists of the alphabet, of the function keys. We have the arrow keys, and we have the numeric keypad. And then here we have the mouse. The mouse has two buttons which you mostly use: left button, right button. Left is mostly used for selecting, right button is mostly used to produce what is called the drop down menu. So as I said earlier, these are the four main components that make up a computer. To switch on, we click here on this button here that is called the power button. If you click on it, right now it will not switch on because there is no electricity flowing to the computer. So if we try the monitor as well, here, it will not switch on. And you will notice that the power button on the monitor and the power button on the system unit are the same. This is to tell you that when you go to a computer or a monitor and you see a button like this, whether it's on top or down, as long as there's this symbol, it means that is the power button for switching on. So if we go behind, we have this power cable. This is what feeds electricity into the computer. And then we have these two here, one for the keyboard, one for the mouse. You have the video cable, which allows you to see what's happening inside the system unit. It's usually connected to the monitor. So first thing that you check is to make sure all the cables are nicely connected. Once you've checked that everything is nicely connected and there's still no switch on, quickly check on the main switch. And if you check here, the main switch is off and the main thing to switch it on. And this is a laptop. So for a laptop, you find that this here, that would be your mouse per se. It's the touchpad. It's not called a mouse but a touchpad. It helps you move around the pointer that you see on the screen. And for the CPU, it is found at just here at the bottom of this keyboard. So once you have switched on the computer, I've clicked on the power button, and note that the power button, even on the laptop, it is the same right here. Once you have switched on, the first thing that you see is the desktop. The desktop, it is the screen that you see once the computer has finished booting. Booting is either starting up or restarting of the computer. So you're able to see this screen because of what's called the graphical user interface. A graphical user interface allows you to interact with the computer easily. It makes the computer user-friendly, in short. So the first thing that you need to do once your desktop is loaded, whether using a laptop or a desktop, as we looked at earlier, do you see where the pointer is? You right-click using your mouse or the touchpad. Right-click to bring down the drop-down menu. Then scroll down to where it says New. where it says new, then move in a straight line until you reach where it says folder. Click on it. When it is like that, the word new folder is highlighted. It means that you can delete or remove those words and put the name that you want. So using the backspace on the keyboard, click once and then it will become blank. What you see inside there, that is a case, and that's why your words are going to start once you start typing. You can give it the name, maybe chill. I say that is your name, and maybe you can decide to put your national registration card number. For the Zambian registration card number, it has first 6 digits. Use it, then 2 digits, and then 1 digit. You'll notice that I didn't use the forward slash because it is not accepted here. If you want to put demarcations, put a full stop. When it is like that, click enter. Okay. And then you have your keyboard, you have your folder there. So suppose you want to rename and remove this, you don't need to worry. Just take your pointer there, right click, scroll down to where it says rename. Click once and then the words become highlighted. Say suppose you want to change the name and leave the NRC. You can click once after the last letter in that word. Click once using the left button, then using backspace, move, and then you can name it to, let's say maybe Mary, space, and you have your folder there. Now, this lesson mostly is to show you how to start Microsoft Word or Excel or PowerPoint, because those are the practical packages found in Microsoft Office that we'll look at in detail later. So to start, and you'll note that the version of operating system I'm using, it is Windows 10, and you'll click where it says start. Within that clicking, it shows that that is the start button, or start icon rather. The start button also we have it on the keyboard. With any button with a window here, that is the start button. So if you click there, the menu will load. So I find it easier to search for Microsoft Word. So it says type search, whether you're using Microsoft Windows 10 or Windows 7, they all have a part where you can search and it's at the same position. Even for Windows 7, all you need to do is click once, and the menu will come, then there's a space where you can type something. Click once and type Word, and it will load. The option will come there, Microsoft Word. Make sure you click where it says Microsoft Word. Click once and you will notice that it will start loading. So for this lesson, we're going to use Microsoft Word 2010. There are other versions like Microsoft Word 2007, 2010, 2013, up to 2019. Sorry, 2016. So the page has loaded. So what you see here, that is the blank Word document. Whenever you load a blank Word document, you notice that on top there is written document 1. It means that it is not saved. So for this lesson, we'll just look at saving. Then these other menu buttons and their ribbons, we'll look at them in detail later. So to save, that button just before the home, it is called file. For other versions, it's just a big button with a window on it. It is also file. Click on it. Then scroll down where it says save as. This will appear. Then, since you are where you created your folder is on the desktop, so naturally you need to click where it says desktop here. Then inside here, whatever's on the desktop will appear. So this is a scroll bar which allows you to scroll up or down. Click on the bottom arrow until you found where you typed Mary and the NRC. So we found it, it is here. Click on it once, click where it says open. And here it says file name is, it is asking you whether you want to leave it as document 1 or you want to rename it. So we are going to rename it. We're going to click once after the value 1. If nothing happens, you can click once again. Alright, then using backspace, delete, and I can give it the same name as my folder, Mary. Once I'm done, I can click save. And you notice here where there was document 1, it is now Mary. It means that everything is saved. So for this lesson, we'll end here. See you next time.